quiet music playing. I even do that in the classroom when we write, because I think writing involves so many parts of your brain that it's really important to be able to focus. Today's part of the writing process is going to be planning, and we're going to be planning our personal narrative for the week. We're going to plan a story about a time that we were worried or anxious, just like Scaredy Squirrel. So at the top of your plan, you're going to write your emotion is worried. That's how you were feeling. Then I want you to think about your significant event. What is the significant event in your story going to be? My significant event is going to be Connor hurting his arm. Now you take a minute, pause the video, and write your significant event. I can't wait to get to hear what your significant event is later this week. Your audience and message, we're going to skip those parts today because we're going to talk about those later on in our week this week. So your beginning. Notice it says character with description. You don't just want to put the character down, you want to make sure you put the description of how the character is feeling. So my first character is me. This is a personal narrative. It's a story about me. I'm feeling anxious, which is another word for worried. My other character is probably somebody you might have heard before, and also looking at the significant event, you might have seen his name. It's Connor. And Connor, at this point in the story, he was worried too. He was feeling very anxious and very worried as well. Setting with description. Well, in this story, even though Connor hurting his arm is my significant event, the setting is going to be in a different place. The setting is going to be at the orthopedic, ooh, that's a big word, doctor's office. An orthopedic doctor is one that talks about bones. They work with people's bones. Then at the end, we have our hint to significant event, or the problem in the story. So the problem in the story, usually I like to use a quote or some dialogue here to give us a hint. So this is going to be Connor's words. I'm putting those quotation marks there because Connor's going to be the one talking. What is it that he said? He said, my arm won't go all the way straight. So real life funny story. If you notice the music stopped a minute ago, it's because the doctor's office was calling about what happened in this story. How funny is that? It's funny how things work like that. So now we're going to go to our middle. Like I told you last week, the middle is like all the meat and toppings on your burger. The beginning's like the top bun. The middle is going to be where all the juicy details are. And then our ending's like the bottom bun of our burger. So let's write the middle. So remember, we don't write complete sentences here. We just do a couple of words or a phrase to help us remember what we're writing when we write our story. If we write the whole sentence here, then that means we're going to be writing our whole sentence twice. Once here and once in our story. And that just seems silly. So I'm going to say scooter tricks. And I'm going to say fell. I bet you're thinking what happened. Then let's see. Sore elbow for 2 days. I know. I feel bad about that. I just thought it was sore. And then let's see what else happened in the middle. Doctor's visit. Thinking what happened after that, because I want to write my middle in order. I don't want to make it go out of order. So after the doctor's visit, he had a splint from shoulder to wrist. And so really that's all the big events that happened in the middle. When I'm writing my story, I can go back and add some details in. Now I'm going to have my ending. The ending ties back to what the story's about, and it lets us know how did we feel after all this happened. So I'm still anxious about next steps. That means what's going to happen next with his poor little elbow. Evidently, he has a little piece of bone in there that broke off when he fell. So now we have to wait and see what happens next. And Connor is learning about casts. He's having to learn how to work and do all his schoolwork with having a giant cast on his arm. Yikes! Well, later on this week, you're going to be doing your writing. So this is our plan. That's all we do when we plan our story, is it's a time that we sit down and we put everything from our brain onto paper so we don't forget it. Next time when we write our story, then we'll add some more details to make this more descriptive work and to make these complete sentences. Good luck on your plan. Do your personal best. I believe in you.